Cirigliano.
Okay, thank you. Good evening. On the agenda for your approval tonight are two courses from our Math, Science, and 21st Century Skills Department. Both the Practical Math and Final Cut Pro are new to our high school course catalog. We're excited to be offering both of these courses this school year. Beginning the week of October 5th, 18 high school content area teachers, 4 special education teachers, and building administration will begin to receive 6 weeks of co-teaching training from the New Jersey Inclusive Education Technical Assistance Project. That's a mouthful. This is a result of Dover being accepted as a partner by the New Jersey Coalition for Inclusive Education. The NJIETA Inclusion Project is a collaborative effort between the New Jersey Department of Education, Office of Special Education, the Montclair State University for Autism and Early Childhood Mental Health, and the New Jersey Coalition for Inclusive Education. This technical assistance will help bolster our efforts to ensure that the new co-teaching model now being implemented at Dover High School is a success, and that students' needs are met within the least restrictive environment using evidence-based practices while working towards a statewide vision for more inclusive schools. Kudos to all of our staff who are participating in this new program. In addition to that program, our partnership with Apple's Vanguard program is well underway, with various groups having already met with our professional learning expert. Just this week, the middle school Vanguard staff had 2 professional days to support their work. There will be another round for high school staff next week, and then the program will shift slightly as we begin to focus the November and December sessions on the elementary staff, who will hopefully have their iPads in hands at that time. Providing enough support for them at that time would be critical for their success. More professional development is happening at Dover Middle School with our partnership with Dr. Melissa Sadin. Dr. Sadin is the current director of the Creating Trauma Sensitive Schools program and has published multiple books on trauma and the role that it can play with our students and our staff. Dr. Sadin is working closely with Mr. Jaime to develop a responsive and comprehensive professional development program for our middle school teachers. This week, a CTE meeting was held with the County College of Morris to renew our conversations regarding a partnership for CTE courses in our Fine and Performing Arts Department. CCM and Dover are looking at course outcomes, teacher credentials, and other factors to design a CTE program that will fit both our requirements for CTE approval and the requirements for higher education standards that CCM must approve. In addition to building this new CTE pathway, we're also analyzing other areas within other departments where we can further enhance our programs using CCM's assistance. By working together, I do believe that we are on the right track for both implementing a new CTE program for the 21-22 school year and expanding our current programs. Lastly, I would like to mention that although the district has released testing information to parents, it was only minimal information that would be available at this time. The Department of Education has not developed a comprehensive testing calendar for the spring of 2021. This information, when released, is directly used by districts to build their own testing calendars. Until we receive that information, our calendar remains to be determined, which is what was released earlier today. And that concludes my report.
Mr. Miller, is there anyone else? Okay, Mr. Miller, you have the floor.
Yes, thank you. I just have a question about the Final Cut Pro, because I know we had Final Cut Pro for many years, and I remember when that Apple lab opened, at some point, I think there was concern that the program was going to go away because Apple wasn't going to support the Final Cut Pro software or platform going forward. Has that changed?
Yeah, actually, they fully support it. I'm not quite sure what created the turnaround, but we can only purchase Final Cut Pro from Apple. So they definitely are supporting it and providing us direction as we need with the course.
That's great, because it was a wonderful program, and the students they were so creative in all of the videos that they were creating. But in that space, when I went to high school, that was the electronics shop. So way back when I created, or we had to construct a television tube tester. So that just tells you how old I am. I'm sure Dr. McLaughlin knows what that is. So
I'm sure he does.
I couldn't help myself.
Wow.
I'm not quite so sure I know what that is, but
That's okay. But thank you.
I don't know if
I'm
you
just-
want to be sharing that, Mr. Miller, out loud, but you know, I guess that's on you.
Yeah, that's it. But I'm really happy to see that program because it really enables our students to be very creative, and that type of media is definitely something that is needed, and it's something that I know how to use too. So I've graduated from test tubes.
you could be a guest speaker in that class.
There you go.
Just to clarify, CTE and the program that you're starting with CCM, it's career technical education, correct?
Yes.
Yes, just for those of us that don't remember that. And so that's something that similar to what Mr. Miller is saying, it's a great need that I know our students have. So thank you so much for all that work.